This would be the biggest year ever for the Rescue Heroes, the peak of popularity. New figures this year were the Hydro team with Billy Blazes, Wendy Waters, Gil Gripper, and Bob Bowie. The Flight team with Cliff Hanger, Rocky Canyon, Aerial Flyer and Rescue Hawk, and a new hero, Perry Shoot. The Robo team with 3 new robots, Clamp Down the police robot, Backdraft the firefighting robot, and Backhoe the construction robot. The Wildlife team with each member having a new animal companion, with Ben Choppin and Burley the bear, Seymour Wilde and Glades the alligator, a new hero, Rock Miner and Radar the bat, and the third Rescue Heroes woman, Maureen Biologist and Mako the shark. Later, Alpine and Fang the wolf, and Bill Barker and Buster were added to the team. Another new team was the Inspirational Heroes. Each member came with a collector's card that had a story on the back about what inspired them to be a hero. They also came with a life-size badge according to their occupation. On the team were Billy Blazes, Wendy Waters, Rocky Canyon, Matt Medic, Rip Rockefeller, Kenny Ride, and Captain Cuffs. Added to the Power Max team early that year were Jake Justice with dual-use battering ram and jackhammer, and Matt Medic with a forklift. Later that year were added Rock Miner with spinning drills, Sam Sparks with pulsating water bomb launcher, and Aerial Flyer with a motorized skateboard. Also introduced that year was a new version of Nemo, a new animal, a gorilla named Swinger, a mounted police team, Captain Clydes and Dale the horse, a new sandy beach with a windsurfer, a new helicopter that featured flip-out water bomb launchers, a new quick response watercraft, a quick response hydrofoil, a mini-sub 2-in-1 aquatic vehicle, and a dirt bike. Another new idea was called Hero Gear. These toys were only equipment packs. You had to provide your own figure to wear them. The 4 packs available were the Fire Ladder Pack, Construction Pack, Scuba Diving Pack, and Police Barricade Pack. One of the best teams ever was the Special Edition Voice Tech Heroes. These figures were 10 inches tall, they talked, featured removable hats, utility belts, and clothing, and were highly posable. On the team were Billy Blazes, Jake Justice, and Matt Medic. The 2002 game Mission Masters was re-released to a new format, Pixter Color. Another new game that year was the Play TV game, which allowed you to plug in analog audio and video cables to your television and play multiple games using the unit's cockpit controls.
Attention Rescue Heroes Headquarters. We have an emergency. National Forest is on fire.
We'll use the water scoop on those fires. We still have some rescuing to do.
have house fires. Time to put out those fires with the rescue fire truck. Follow the arrow to the next rescue. Follow the arrow. Attention Rescue Heroes Headquarters. We have an emergency. Shipwreck with people overboard.
Sounds like a water rescue. Let's use a hydrofoil. We still have work to do.
Previews were shown for a new voice tech team called Mission Select. But this didn't represent just another new team. It was part of something bigger and better, revealed later that year. When the Mission Select figures finally came out later that year, a new command center was released, modeled after the main headquarters carved into the side of a mountain, as seen in the TV show. On the side of the box, there was an exciting message, as seen in Rescue Heroes the movie. That's right, the Rescue Heroes were finally coming to the big screen. This new command center was called the MACC, spelled M-A-C-C, which stands for Mountain Action Command Center. They could have called it the Big Mac, but that would have been copyright infringement. Anyway, the MACC came with a new animal hero, the Rescue Bobcat. It featured 3 voice tech backpack connectors, and attached figures can converse with characters pictured on the screen up above. On the middle of the screen was Warren Waters, whose voice had been incorporated into many voice tech toys. But in the 4 smaller screens were rescue heroes who had never been made into voice tech editions. These were Hal E. Copter, Rip Rockefeller, Bill Barker, and Sandy Beach. Other Mission Select toys were available, such as a fire truck, a police cruiser, and later on, a jet. The Mission Select figures were as follows: Billy Blazes, Wendy Waters, Jake Justice, Jack Hammer, Rocky Canyon, Roger Houston, Matt Medic, Aerial Flyer, Gil Gripper, even though he wasn't in the movie, and a new voice tech figure, Alpine. Later, Mission Select Billy Blazes was released that had clothing with colors from the movie. The Rescue Heroes' last CD-ROM game was called Mission Select. It was called that mainly to be publicity for the movie, because the game really had practically nothing to do with the Mission Select team. Regardless, it was one of the best games designed so far, allowing you to walk characters such as Billy Blazes and Hal E. Copter around the screen, as well as make them hop in and out of vehicles such as the fire truck, police car, hydrofoil, and helicopter.
This is a Rescue Heroes alert. A wave of disasters has caused havoc across this area. Here's the rundown. A powerful storm hit the city. Lightning strikes have set buildings ablaze, and high winds have caused widespread damage. A dormant volcano rumbled to life, creating mudslides and rivers of lava that have trapped campers and hikers. A storm surge nearly washed away a seaside village. Many are stranded in the floodwaters. Mission teams are ready to follow your command in each location. Board the quick response helicopter and hurry. In disasters of this size, every second counts. While we're flying to the disasters, Flood Force, Volcano Fury, Burning Blackout, Click. You'll report to the city, where Mission Select Team Leader Billy Blazes will brief you on Mission Burning Blackout.
Billy Blazes reporting for duty. Billy Blazes reporting for duty. Click so we can begin putting out the fires.
Someone, please help!
Move the mouse to aim the water cannon. Click on the manhole to go below.
Someone!
The water pipe is broken. Let's fix it. Move the pipe piece to the correct location and click to put it in place. Move me to drive to an object and click on it to pick it up. It will appear in this window. Drive it to a dumpster.
Stop now. Quickly, choose another mission. Volcano Fury. Mission Select Team Leader Helicopter.
I can carry 2 passengers at a time.
Mission Select Team Leader Hal E. Copter. Use the EMV to bridge rock bridges over the lava.
Let's use the EMV to drive it to the gap, then click to drop it off.
The CD-ROM came with a free DVD with 3 Season 1 episodes. It was called Rescue Heroes Rescue Adventures. Another new game was made available for Game Boy Advance called Billy Blazes. This is probably my favorite game of all. It made no attempt to be educational to toddlers. It didn't consist of a bunch of different mini-games. It was challenging. It had the format of a real video game. The game features only one rescue hero, obviously Billy Blazes. In it, he races through the country, the campgrounds, the city, and other places, saving civilians from an ongoing lightning storm, which is starting fires everywhere. Throughout the game, Billy can use several tools such as a water hose, a ladder, an axe, a grappling hook, and a special axe that can blast through concrete. It also has a hook on the end so he can slide down cables. the last level, Billy climbs the newly erected Statue of Justice, which looks like the Statue of Liberty. Even though he gets struck by lightning several times, he needs to raise the lightning rod. If he gets struck too many times, you have to start over. If he successfully raises the rod, the power will be drained out of the lightning storm. This was very similar to the plot for the movie. Rescue Heroes, the movie, premiered in October. It was a limited theatrical release, showing only in a handful of Lowe's cinemas, and it played only for about a week. After that, it was released to video and DVD on Tuesday, November 18th, 2003. Not what we were used to seeing, it was animated with computer graphics rather than hand-drawn. The editing, storytelling, and the music provided by the Canadian Symphony Orchestra were very exciting and dramatic, and the movie provided the perfect culmination of the Rescue Heroes story. Ever since the first televised episode, the subplot has been teenage hero Rocky Canyon and his friendly struggle with Billy Blazes to gain more responsibility. Even though he's shown immaturity at times and even sneaked a peek at the Rescue Heroes Team Leader Manual, which he wasn't ready for yet, Rocky was given 2 chances to show he's got what it takes. The first time he did okay. The second time he did better. But obviously, his learning experience wasn't quite through. It would take a drastic life and death situation to do that, and the events of the movie provided that situation. In the film, Pat Pending has invented a revolutionary new technology called Mission Select. It enables tons of tools to fit inside a relatively small backpack, and with the switch of a dial, the right tools come out according to the type of emergency you're handling. For example,
Mission select. Earthquake.
each backpack also has a camera which films the entire mission so that you can scan the footage for vital information that may be needed. Each Mission Select team member has the letter M on their chest strap, and out of it comes a hologram for communicating with other heroes.
Al, we have 2 snowboarders. They're shaken up and need medical attention. Storm's getting worse. Get them to the infirmary pronto. I'll wait for you there.
But then, a series of electrical storms starts occurring all around the Earth, and they keep getting worse. So bad, in fact, that computer calculations predict that in a matter of hours, all humans on Earth will have nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. But this couldn't just be a regular lightning storm. Could it be related to something that is right under the rescue heroes' noses? Meanwhile, Rocky pushes his presumptuousness too far when he purposely disobeys Billy's orders and then makes excuses. He causes Billy to get a small cut on the palm of his hand. It seems okay at first, but then an unknown poison enters Billy's bloodstream. He starts getting spells of deliriousness, and eventually he falls unconscious.
What's wrong, Billy? Jake, I want you to... What's wrong, Billy? Billy? Billy! Billy!
The rescue heroes are without a leader. Rocky has been grounded for insubordination. There are too many civilians in danger, not enough rescue heroes to save them all, and the clock is literally ticking for humanity. Can the antidote for Billy's sickness be found? Can all the rescue personnel from over the globe unite to save the world in time? And can Rocky finally step up, learn his lessons, and become a true team leader? This would be the last time that the rescue heroes would be seen in action, and the last time they would say,
Think like a rescue hero. Think safe.
Think like a rescue hero. Think safe.
once you've reached the top of popularity, there's only one way to go.